me know that you're
Okay.
broadcasting, and I click on that, and I'm in.
Okay. Just set.
Okay, here it comes. I'm seeing a baseball right now. I'm seeing your logo.
Says I'm live. We'll see how much of a delay there is.
Okay, there it is. Yeah, I'm looking at the okay, there's your holder. I see your holder now. You're moving on up. I don't know what kind of lag we have here. Yeah, it's landscaped now too.
So it's good. Everything's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Now
You're
I'm.
just moving it around right now, right? In the holder. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's about a half. It looked like it's about a half minute behind. And I'm going to. I'm going to try and see if make sure this.
All right. Right now, I just watched you put it in the holder just now.
Okay. Tell you what. I'm going to move the phone out of. Carol, can you come and take the phone? Okay. I'm going to see if my microphone's working. That's broadcasting. Could you take it off speakerphone and step just down all the way there? Let me know if he's still there though. Okay, Carrie, can you hear me? The teams are on the field warming up. The lines are down the left field line. Corbin's arm looks to be in pretty good shape.
30-second lag, so he can't hear you.
Okay, and the Franklin team has not yet started their throwing, unless they were here earlier and already did that. I can't tell. They are, of course, closer to home. The Franklin team is now starting to drag out the temporary and set up the temporary outfield fence, so that there's not just an open field out behind us. Can you hear me yet, Carol?
Not yet. Not yet. He can't hear you.
Okay. And Coach Kellen is walking across home plate. Okay, that should have caught up by now, so he can't hear me. Go. Nothing there, huh?
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a lag. Sorry. Yeah.
So did he hear my voice yet?
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Can you hear? He's not hearing you.
So it may be a voiceless broadcast. I'm not sure what I did different.
He can hear it on his phone, but not on his computer.
So he can actually, it's coming through to his phone though.
Yeah.
Okay, not just my voice through here, through talking to you.
Oh no, before he could hear you, because there's a lag. There's a little lag.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to do. It may.
Okay, wait. He's gonna switch things. Okay, he has you now.
He,
It's
he,
working.
you can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, everything's good then. Thank you.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, I'm tempted to leave this go. Okay, if you're listening to this, if you're tuning into this live, I guess it'll be just fine for you. If it starts over when you tune in, know that from this point in time from which I'm speaking, the game is still about 25 minutes away. I have the system up and running, and I'm hesitant to turn it off and start it over for fear that it might not get, there might be some problem, it might not start again. So there's a whole lot of airtime here. So now's a good time to get your popcorn made, etc. All right. Okay, so game gets underway at 4, about 20 to 25 minutes from now. See you then. Or
Pretty cool setup.
yeah. Yeah.
It's like a hard case. And
What can, I,
clip it on there.
what can I tell you about it? Yeah, a friend manufactured this for me. I told him what I needed, that I wanted to broadcast with my iPhone, and what the structure was like. He had me come to the ballpark and put a piece of cardboard up and draw out the size. And then in his shop, he just sort of manufactured things. And then since there's variability in these, the way these fences lay because of getting by balls and stuff, just a couple of wooden shims that stuff up under there that hold it in place. And then I got the
That's great.
wide angle lens from the Apple store, because the regular lens cuts off first and third base. So
Yeah. So maybe someday you'll have video replay so the umpires can come and consult you when there's a question.
yeah, if
I'm
I
just
could do that selectively.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, you do that later.
yeah.
No, this is a good yard. I wish they'd put some grass in, but at least it got a boundary fence. That's nice.
Yeah, that is really nice.
I'm gonna go check the left field line because the kids left it sagging down there.
Are you the AD or one of the coaches?
No,
or-
I'm an umpire.
Ah, there you go.
Checking out the local yard. I'm a neighborhood guy.
Okay. Oh, you're not umpiring this game?
No,
Oh,
no,
Okay.
not yet. I'm not quite active yet. Got to make that schedule change and commit to it.
Okay. Now,
Yeah. Thanks for
you,
coming over.
yeah. So you've umpired before? Or you just went through school, or?
This will be my third full year.
Uh huh.
You know, obviously everybody gets pulled into the little league stuff and
Yeah.
all the volunteer stuff, but it's nice to raise your game and see what you can do at a higher level.
Okay. Oh, so this, of course, always a goal to keep climbing, right?
Well, high school kids play good ball,
Yeah.
and you want to honor that.
Is the sky the limit for you then? I mean,
Well, it's a seniority thing. You work your way up. I only did 7 games last year. Unfortunately, I had my regular work schedule was slammed,
uh-huh.
so it's part time. Some of the older guys, once they retire, you see them out here all the time.
Hey, have you read a book called Where Nobody Knows Your Name?
Mate, I've heard of that book.
Yeah, rings a bell, yeah?
I've got a book list that comes out. And I don't know, is it on the baseball reader book list?
Absolutely, and I cannot remember the author's name, but he's a regarded and enjoyed, I guess you could say, sports writer.
Okay.
And I can't remember. I listen to audiobooks because more time in my car
Yeah.
sometimes than
That's
at home.
the time.
Yeah, and I can't remember if it's one that's read by the author or not. But anyway, the reader is really good, and it's about the minor leagues. You know, we think about our parents think about our kids, and we see them through Little League, Pony League, etc., through high school and then into college, and then we watch baseball games in the pros, the bigs, right, all the way up. But we don't know much about the minor leagues. Here we get to see some minor league games, right? But mostly that's out of our sight, all the levels of it and stuff. So that's the place where nobody knows your name.
Nobody knows your name.
And it focuses on, I think, 9 players. Well, 9 individuals. I
Follows
think.
them through their younger career.
That process of coming into and out of the minor leagues.
Great idea.
I think 6 position players. So the total number may be off. Something 6 position players, 2 umpires,
Great.
a field manager,
That's a great idea.
somebody else, and so
And
they're
they follow him around for a year or two?
well, however long it took to write this book, and so it's them working to get all the way up there.
That's neat. Yeah.
And you'll recognize a lot of the names. Some of the guys who've been up and down, up and down, up and down, and sort of the mindset you have to have for that
Yeah.
to
It's a
survive
saga.
in that. Yeah.
It's a process.
Oh, it's an exceptional read. So
I'll check it out.
Any baseball fan.
I was fortunate when I first initially was trained 10 years ago, 11 years ago now. We were fortunate to have Mike Malinsky stop by. He's from the area. And at the time, he had done some major league games, but he was officially promoted not until about 2014.
Okay, hang on for a second.
That's all
So,
right. So he came, and now I can follow Mike.
There you go.
When he does games, just know that there's at least a connection from
Sure.
when nobody knew his name
sure,
to
there you go.
calling big league games.
So there's stories of triumph and disappointment and changes in attitude. So once a guy's been up and gets sent back down, all different now. Nobody, you got to carry your own bags again.
How do you handle that?
Yeah. You'll love this one.
Check that out. Thanks.
You bet. Okay. My name's Roman, by the way.
Hey, my name's Mike.
Mike, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you. May not see you out here this year. I've been, I don't know, I've been assigned a lot of 13, 14-year-old games last couple of years.
Well, I'm
Like I said, it's a seniority thing.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is our only trip here. We do one a year. I'm with this team actually, with the Lions.
I was
So
going to guess that.
we'll be hopping around other places.
You're so organized. I don't know. Franklin's is switching jerseys out right now for some reason. I don't know what
Right
they're
now?
up to. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know the program. I got a girl at Garfield. That's
Ah.
kind of loosely attached to those guys. It is neat to see kids come up, though.
Eight 5 6 2 4. It's my son out there on third
Third
base.
baseman. Looks like a good program to me.
Yeah, they.
You happy?
Yeah, oh yeah. All 3 years they went to state. All 3 years went to state. Last year I forget, the quarterfinals maybe, 8th place I think they finished.
Super.
The year before they went to the final game.
Got a lineup card.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Oh, hey, thank you.
Yeah, that's fun. So you travel a bit.
Yeah, and we just got back from Los Angeles. They once every 4 years the team travels down to state, and this year they went and played Beverly Hills High School, and then we're going to play 2 games against the team St. John Bosco, who's apparently the best team in Southern California. I heard.
Yeah, I'm from Orange County.
Yeah. Oh, you're familiar with them. Yeah, but the last half of the 8th inning, with a 4-3 lead, darkness and downpour, and we ended up giving up 2 and lost it in the bottom of the dark and rainy 8th.
Was there any question whether the game should continue?
No, it was all turf. There was well,
Yeah, the
you could
beauty
have
of
argued
turf.
safety, and because there were
You gotta drive the ball.
bases were loaded on walks. A couple balls that the catcher had to leave the ground to get, some that bounced 3 feet in front of the plate. So those could have easily gone wide to hit somebody. But I mean, what would you think? I mean, you're an umpire.
Safety's number one, especially with the little guys. I don't know how high school games and high school umpires treat. Depends on experience. But if there's any compromised safety situations, anything, base might be not staying on the peg, or
Sure.
broken boundary piece, just equipment that, whatever, you sort it out ahead of time.
Okay. Oh yeah.
You don't wait till the 8th inning in a tie game to make those decisions. In between innings, you go over and you say, hey guys, what do you want to do? This is what I'd like to do. let's get on the same page so there's no confusion,
Uh-huh.
et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and keeps the
Yeah.
kids safer.
Well, I wasn't privy to that discussion, so I'm not sure how they talked about it. But I know the umpire was saying, let's go, let's go. He was like trying to keep people moving along. But yeah, wish we could have just played that game as we had the first 7.5 innings, just to see.
Well, maybe they, coach. Sometimes you learn as much in a situation like that as you do with a victory.
Yeah.
Maybe pull a kid out of the bullpen you wouldn't normally pull out of the bullpen, or whatever. A lot of stuff going on. But safety is always first.
Yeah, well, I mean, there wasn't much we could do. I think it rained the rest of the night after that, and I don't know. It's baseball.
Yeah. So you were at Bosco?
Well, we were going to go to Bosco the next day for a doubleheader, but they tried all day to clear their field, and they couldn't. So we ended up, instead of having 3 games, having 1.
I see.
And
That sucks.
yeah, so the boys went and watched UCLA play Wazoo, and then watched some college basketball.
There you go.
That was
Plan
about
B.
it. Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks. Nice to meet you.
You too. 7-1-2-12-45. 7-1-2-12-45. Dag, you know how to keep a scorebook?
I don't.
You interested at all? You don't have to say yes. It's so tell you what, you need to give me a hand here. So I'm going to read the numbers. So I already did 7-1-2-12-45. I'm done there. So pick me up there.
5, 20, 11, 32. There's a blank spot.
Okay, blank spot. Good. Okay, and then I'm gonna these are their subs. It's easier to write them down here for me than it is. Oops. I'm going to do it in numerical order. I like it when they give them to me in numerical order. These here, so give me these in numerical order.
Oh, okay, so 8, 14,
Okay,
24,
okay,
26,
okay,
34.
34. Okay, and then these. Okay, I'm just gonna have to look at those. Center field is 8. Okay, so these all the positions have number. So the pitcher is number 1.
Okay.
Roman?
Yes.
Mike Porter, Cumberland's dad.
Hi, Mike.
Thanks a lot for broadcasting
You
the
bet.
stuff in California. It worked great.
Oh, you got to
Yeah,
see.
I did. Yeah, awesome.
Excellent. Thank you. Where were I? So pitchers 1, catchers 2. Then it goes around the field 3, 4, 5. So first, second, third, right? And you ain't gonna have to do anything with that. I'm just sort of
Yeah, I know. It's good to learn. That's why I was.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you jump back to the shortstop. Who's number 6? Then it goes from left field around to right. 7, 8, 9. So pitcher, catcher.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
You got it. So that's what I'm looking for now. So shortstop is. Give me the number.
6.
All right.
Pitcher
Next.
is 1.
Oh, okay. This guy's pitching. Okay, go ahead.
Is C center field?
Catcher.
Catcher. 2.
Okay.
Left field is 7.
All right.
This just has a 3.
That's first base.
First base?
Uh huh.
Okay.
Oh, now he's
Oh.
he's switching to the other.
Yeah.
He's mixing it up. Okay.
Okay. Oh, what does that say?
I think it's second base.
Okay. And then
So that's what?
second base? 1, 2. Is that 3? Or is that
That's first base, second base, third base. So 1, 2, 3.
4?
Okay, good. Okay.
4. And then he just wrote the number 5.
Okay, third base.
And then right field, just 9.
9. Yeah, good. So that's what it looks like. So it's quicker for me to. I just do this. First, I write down their jersey number. Then I write down that. In case I'm late getting a scorecard together, I have the basic stuff down. Then I write in their names. So you want to give me a go with their names?
Marco S.
Marco S.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Donovan T.
Donovan T. Okay.
I think this is Brandon.
Yeah, let's go with it.
Yeah, Brandon Clow. CLO.
Look, and also scan to see if there are any doubles like brothers on the team.
Oh.
Sometimes that's why they give a little. Brandon CLO, we'll call him. Okay, next.
Will R.
All right.
Lewis W.
EWI or OUIS?
LEWIS.
Okay. Lewis who? What's his last?
W.
W. Okay.
Kai, K-A-I, that's it. No last name.
Okay.
Kevin P.
Kevin P. And I'll check in. That's number 20 at second base, right?
Yes.
Make sure I got all those others across. Okay.
Jasia, J-A-S-I-A.
Jasia, Yasia, something.
Yeah.
Okay.
L.
All right.
Sark.
Sark. Okay.
And what letter is that?
Hmm.
Four.
I'm going H. I'm going to go with an H. Yeah.
I see.
Too fast. H. Okay. He picked it up. Anyway. So now give me the names of those guys down below in numerical order.
Okay,
Number
so
8.
Jermaine.
Okay.
H.
Hey, is that the same that same kind of H? Did they do that again?
No, he did like a real H.
Hmm.
Weird. Kobe M.
C or K?
K.
K-O-B-Y-M.
K-O-B-E.
Oh, K-O-B, Kobe M.
M.
All right. 24.
24 is Andy.
All right. Yeah. His D. That's a familiar D, right?
Yeah. Andy Lou.
Andy where?
L-U.
L-U.
Lou.
Okay. Maybe Asian. Okay.
And then Frederick.
Oh, Frederick. Sounds
V.
very, very regal.
Yeah.
Frederick.
And then Travis.
Travis N. Travis N. Okay. So let's flip this over. So they're all set up. And then over here is ours. I got all of our stuff done. I should probably put our stuff down too. 8. See how numerical. I love that. 8. 13. 21. 24. O'Toole. This confounds me constantly. You know, that Andrew Jackson Andrews.
Oh, yeah.
I always
Oh,
get
there's
stuck.
two of them?
Well, no, it's just, the old president.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
I sometimes call him
That is confusing.
Jackson.
That
it's
is
fun.
actually kinda confusing.
Okay, and Brendan Chan. What time you got?
54.
54, 6 minutes away, okay. 13, Evan Brown.
And then Jackson Andrews.
I'm sorry, what?
I was saying, and then Jackson Andrews.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so there's all of that. Oh, here's another of that, right? And they put this 10 on softball. They had 10 players. So this guy kind of roams around out there. So that's just in case they're using this to play softball.
Oh, softball?
Baseball only uses 9
Right, okay.
fielders. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, just like I said. So now I can get this out of the way. Put it in the back. And not need it again. So we're the home team. So the home team goes first.
They pitch first or hit first?
So what? Oh, they're the home team, so they're inviting you. So, you go first, right? So,
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
So we'll bat first. And what's the date today?
Today is the 21st.
3/21/18.
Yep.
Where are we? What's the name of this field?
Rainier Playfield.
Rainier. I'm just going to call it Rainier. It's not a big deal. Conditions 60 and cloudy.
It's 60.
Taking a guess. Scorer RW. And this is Lakeside v. Franklin. And this is game 2, I think, isn't it? Game 1 was the one we did in California. 2-3 got canceled. Before that, we just did what do you call that, though?
Oh, that game didn't count? The game against Christian? I forgot the name.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. We
That
did play a
count?
full game, didn't we?
That was a game, but I think it was out of league.
Yeah. This is out of league also.
Oh, okay.
No. This is the first
Yeah,
league game.
This is the league game.
Wow. Okay.
Pretty cool.
See, I'm glad you're here. Keep me straight. I get so many things going here sometimes.
So is that live streaming?
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to be busy when the game starts. let's see. Yeah, so anyway, I'll just go ahead and show you this stuff here. So these are where you count balls and strikes. So ball 1, ball 2, ball 3, and ball 4 would be a walk, right?
Okay.
A base on ball.
Oh, yeah.
Or if the guy gets hit by a pitch, draw a circle around that. Or if he does a sacrifice, he makes an out but advances a runner or scores a runner. He sacrifices himself so the team can move ahead a little bit. So those are the 3 things that are for. Those are for. So these are a single, a double, a triple, or a home run. That's, whatever happens after he hits the ball. And you advance the runner by a line at a time.
Oh, I see.
Okay, he singles and this guy doubles, he goes to third, so there's runners at second and third, and then the next time he comes in, you draw the line home and you pencil it in so you can easily see, oh, there a run scored here.
Oh, so something. Yeah.
Yeah. And then right here, you put in the guy, so if William knocked in Corbin, that's where the RBIs go. William gets credit for knocking in Corbin.
How do you?
Okay,
do that?
so suppose Corbin's on third and William hits a single and Corbin just trots home. I fill it in and I look at William's number and I write 17 in there because he was the one who caused him to score.
Yeah.
So he gets credit for that RBI. And then maybe, hope that was just not rain, but me. Yeah, I may just.
It's supposed to start raining.
I'm going to give you, if you don't mind, can I give you one more trip up to my car? Okay, so when you open the door, and you go back to the door handle and you hit toggle, that unlocks all the doors.
Okay.
Open the back door and you'll see it's a Tupperware thing with a hole in the side. And that's why I slipped this paper in and keep it dry. Thank you.
Okay. Absolutely is right.
Yeah, yeah. Did you say Mike?
Yeah, it's
All
fine.
right, thank you.
It looks like there might be a few showers moving in from the south.
Yeah, that's not.
Get this.
Oh, hey, Dad. Also, it should be my black Lakeside coat is there too. Grab that.
Yeah, I don't need any more rain after what happened in California. It's like, gosh, miserable.
Did you watch that last inning?
I did when it started pouring,
Yeah.
but I knew the outcome. So one of the good things about the YouTube feed was we couldn't watch it live because our other son was playing
Yeah,
in
yeah.
a game, and so we watched it delayed, sort of scanned through. But yeah,
Oh, good,
it was.
good.
It looked like Cats Films. Was it hailing almost, or was it?
No,
just,
just hard rain.
Yeah.
Straight down.
yeah.
Boom.
Am I tall enough?
How's it going? Did I see you down in California? Were you there?
No, I wasn't there. Connie was there. She had a good time. She didn't want to go play.
I am. And so what? Okay. Hope we don't have any superstar Hollywood eruptions today. God, my heart was in this room.
You know, it keeps things interesting.
What's that?
Keeps things interesting.
It does. Thank you, Scott. Hey, Carl.
Where's Thomas? Where's O'Toole?
O'Toole's there.
No, not that O'Toole.
Is there another O'Toole?
His dad. His
Oh,
dad's
yeah,
here,
I
like-
know.
His dad's here. He keeps score on an iPad.
Oh.
O'Toole's dad. Like
I didn't know
every
that.
game last year.
Oh, jeez.
He did like he tracks where it's hit, every pitch.
Yeah, Thomas. I don't know where
And then Thomas was doing like,
Yeah,
are you doing that this year?
doing this and tweeting.
Oh, you're doing Thomas's job then. Is Thomas not?
No, Thomas is here. I mean, he's like here. Yeah, usually he'll be filming and I'll be tweeting. I think.
It's pretty cool. I mean, for the coaches, it's a big deal.
there.
Here we go. And it is showtime, folks. First pitch to Corbin. In for a strike.
Good job, Brandon.
Second pitch from the Franklin lefty drifts outside to even the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ball in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike. High fly ball out to right field. The right fielder camps under it and hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Charlie Wright starts off the game batting from the right side tonight against the lefty. You can move those things out of your way, Dag, if you want. I'm working here with Dag today behind the plate. Oh, Charlie takes a strike down the middle that he hopes that guy throws again. You can tell by the body language. Ooh, drifts a little inside for strike 2. Looked a little inside, but wasn't to Charlie's liking. He's in the protect mode now. Ball bounces in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Way high, a curveball that got away from the hurler. Evens the count, 2-2. Dad, you can give me those keys if you want. Thank you. There's a line drive past the shortstop. Hot single in the first base for the Lions' first hit of the game. Zane Baker come to the plate. There's that same first pitch strike that Charlie looked at, and Zane wants to see what sort of giddy up it has on it. See if he can gauge it for the next time he sees it. There it is again. Zane offers. The ball's drifting down, fouled on the right field line, but the right fielder's not going to get to it. And Zane, like Charlie, is in an 0-2 hole. Let's see now if the pitcher's going to toy with him or try and go right after him. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at first takes his lead. Toss over first base to keep Charlie honest. He skips back in plenty of time. Here's the pitch. There's that high curveball again. It drops off a table. It passed over Zane's head and dropped in about waist high into the catcher's mitt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Inside, he has to offer at it and fouls it back. That was looking a lot like that second pitch that Charlie saw that came inside, although a little bit higher. Throw over to first. Charlie's back in plenty of time. Charlie goes. Oh, he's got to get back the ball out. Oh, it could drop. It could, and it's going to drop. Uh-oh. Well, it looks like both the second baseman and shortstop were over trying to be a part of that play. The only person who stayed in their position was the third baseman. So it gave Charlie the luxury of being a little bit closer to second base as that ball dropped in between the first baseman, the second baseman, and the right fielder. If I remember correctly, it was pretty crowded over there. So we have runners at first and second, one down. William at the plate. Double play ground ball, booted by the second baseman, picks it up and throws. Still in time to get William before us, but he moves the runners ahead, so runners at second and third, two down, Andrew Chan at the plate. Ball's high up across the eyes to Andrew. Ball two. There's a strike. Two balls, one strike, two out, two on. Top of the first. Ball inside, Andrew fights it off. Evens the count at 2-2. And that one curves and hits Andrew on the, look like the left thigh. Trots down the first base, and that's gonna load the bases. Luke Porter, today's designated hitter, steps to the plate. Hit a ball real hard last Friday. Hey, Todd.
I really enjoyed your broadcast.
Thank you, Todd. Last Friday at Beverly Hills High School. Takes the ball inside, starts the game. Start his at bat. Yes, Todd, we're live.
Oh,
you want to?
wow.
You got any?
No, I'm not qualified.
Keep it up, though. Heads up, guys. Heads up. Heads up, Mike. Heads up.
There's a ball a mile high behind the plate that the catcher cannot haul in. So it's just a strike after all that commotion. One ball, one strike. Bases loaded, runners get their lead. Here's the pitch. Up and away, 2 balls, 1 strike. Foul ball way down the right field line and goes out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Here's the pitch. Oh, it's a pickoff over to first. Almost handcuffs the first baseman there. Oh, Charlie threatens to steal home. his bench, the first baseman's bench, and coaches alerted him that Charlie was trying to pilfer the plate. Pitcher back into the stretch, and here's a pitch. Good looking outside strike that Luke fouls off the screen. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitcher into the stretch. Here it comes. Low and away. Ball 3. So, the count runs full. They get a free head start because they're 2 outs. When the pitcher starts home, the runners are going to be off and running. If Luke can get something into one of the gaps, all 3 of them should score because Andrew is pretty quick out there. Here's the pitch. Oh! Strike 3, there's that same pitch again. So that inside corner is going to go to the pitchers today. And the Lakeside hitters need to know that. 3 down, we leave the bases loaded. And we head to the bottom of the first. Franklin coming to the plate. Austin out to the mound to start his warm-ups. This thing in your way.
Does this make sense?
Lines live on the first side. Yeah. Or in the future, you might say something like, lines take the field for the bottom because they're in. It's a very small thing.
No, it's still good to know. This is all.
Yeah, they'll get it. They'll get it. Okay, here we go. Number 7. Matching number 7 starting off. Number 7 for Franklin is Marceau. Hits a high fly ball out to left field. Jake camps under it and hauls it in for the first out, the bottom of the first. 1 pitch, 1 out. Second batter, number 1, the shortstop, Donovan. High swinging strike, 0-1. Ball inside, turns the batter around. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball drifts high, 2 balls, 1 strike. Will Austin has a smooth and easy delivery. There's a strike right down the middle that Donovan couldn't catch up to. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Oh, strike 3. Called on the outside corner. So put that wide inside and that wide outside corner together, and you get a glimpse of what the game's going to be like today. Hitters and pitchers both need to be aware of that. That ball is high. Ground out to the second baseman. Quick flip to Angus at first, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down. Coming into the top of the second, no score. Good start for Will, a 9-pitch inning. I want to keep the pitch count down, and if he can do that, the longer he can go. The Franklin pitcher, on the other hand, threw 26 pitches through that first inning. So he's looking for a quick inning as well. And the coaches no doubt have noticed that pitch count and are probably already talking about who's coming in next. But that could be premature. Jared Ficus will lead off after the pitcher finishes his warm-ups and we get underway in the top of the second. Ficus is the number 7 hitter. And the catcher makes his throw down to second. Coach Chris runs over to his position on the first base line, and Jared steps in to start off the inning. First pitch is a good looking strike, and Jared fouls it back into the street, and just bounces over Charlie's car. Just missed the swag wagon. Strike 1 to Jared. Inside. Pitch foul back off of somebody's chest plate. 0-2 to Jared. Pitcher number 2, Brandon Clough, out there. He's into his stretch. And that ball drifts outside, not far away from where he called out our last batter of that last inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, that drifts way far away. 2-2, even count. Over the plate a little low. Jared bent down to hit it and hit a lazy fly ball out to the center fielder who came in to haul it in for out number 1. 1 down.
Did you say yes on that?
It's fine. Angus Dillon at the plate. Oh! A really good-looking curveball drops in for a strike. The guy has a nice curveball. It's a high strike that Angus fouls back overhead here. It's only about 20 feet away from me. A couple of dads are on it. So no balls and 2 strikes to Angus. So Clough here has gotten ahead 0-2 on the first 2 batters. See if he throws that curveball again. Oh no, it's a high strike. And Angus offers at it, and he's down for the second out of the inning. Jake Corman is up to the plate, and he's got a pretty good eye and a swing. I don't recall seeing him strike out. Always going to put the ball in play. That's my impression of Jake. Low and away, not swinging at that though. He swings at that for a strike. Strike 1. And Clough tries to go outside to see if Jake will chase that, but he's not having any of it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Clo into the wine. There's that low strike again. And Jake swings at it. Good eye, Jake. He holds off on that high fastball. Ball 4. Jake, patient Jake, draws a walk. Runner at first, 2 down, and we're back to the top of the order. Corbin Carroll flew out to the center fielder his last time up. He's seen Clo now. Let's see if he can figure him out. Get behind something and drive into Speedy Corman. That was the pitch he wanted, but he got under it, popped it straight up. The second baseman comes over and hauls it in. And the Lions are frustrated again. They were not able to get a run across, so we're going to the bottom of the second. Franklin coming to the plate, no score. Okay, so show me what you have.
Look half inning when he strikes out 3 times.
That makes it sound like he struck out everybody, but he didn't. But it's okay. Yeah, you're learning on the fly here, man. There's a whole lot of language here. It's good though. Yeah, let me see. Let's see.
That's the last one I did. I can do it now before they start now.
Yeah. You can say Lakeside Strands 1. Strands 1 runner. Lakeside Strands 1 runner going to the bottom of the second. Still no score.
Into the bottom.
And if you want, I can give you a line in between, a wave in between ending, if that helps.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. There you go. Okay, bottom of the second here, the number 4 hitter, Will R, facing our Will A, who paints a strike across a high outside corner, 0-1 to Will R. Comes into the same place, ground ball out to Zane, scoops it up, easy toss over to Angus. 1 up, 1 down. Number 45, the left fielder, Lewis W. Ball high. Will Austin is pitching from the stretch with nobody on base. No windup for the young man. And Lewis hits a sharp line drive out to Zane, who barely had the move, hauls it in for the second out. So far, shaping up to be another quick inning for Will Austin. Number 5, the batter is Kai. He's Franklin's first baseman. And there's a shot into the gap. Is anybody going to get that? Yes, a sliding catch by Corbin Carroll. What a beauty. Okay. 3 up, 3 down, a 5-pitch inning. A 5-pitch inning for Will Austin. Time for a commercial break. center field. Read it to me. No score. Top of the third, no score. Yeah, finish that one. Top of the third, no score. Coming time. Charlie Wright leading off. Okay. Here we go. Top of the third. Charlie to face Clue for the second time, looking to get another poke here. Rain starting to come a little bit. Very light drizzle, but we're protected here. With a special shout out to Tupperware. Charlie takes the ball high. And a strike on the low outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike to Charlie Wright in the top of the second of the scoreless game here. That ball drifts outside. He's not going to go for that. 2 balls, 1 strike. High 3-1. The Lions want base runners, whether they come via the walk or the hit. That's fine. Here comes the pitch. Drifts way outside. He's on base again. Leadoff runner on first. Timeout. Catcher goes out and has a little chat with the pitcher, maybe talking about. They looked over at their runner, Charlie, at first, maybe for some sort of plan. Zane Baker at the plate. Okay. See if he can straighten one out this time. Pick off that our base runner has seen before, so he was not threatened by that. Gets himself a little lead, and one more step. Pitcher into a stretch. Baker offers a bunt, pulls it back, takes a strike. Charlie gets his lead, and the pitcher throws over to keep him honest. No balls, 1 strike. And they think Charlie's up to something. They keep throwing over there. He's not getting that big of a lead. I'm surprised they're throwing so much. Ball drifts outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Oh, there it is, a high strike. Zane gets all of it, and it bounces. Is that a home run, or did it bounce over the fence? Kellen is saying it went over. The umpire, home plate umpire, doesn't think so. They check with the field umpire, who gives the round the trip, round the bases signal. It is a 2-run home run for Zane Baker, and the Lakeside Lions take a 2-0 lead here in the top of the 3rd inning. William DeForest to the plate. Close first pitch. Inside strike. William fouls off first baseman under it and catches it in foul territory for out number 1. Inside strike to Andrew Chen. Ball high. Ball low. 2-1. Strike down the middle. Andrew hits it over to the shortstop, who throws him out at first. A little bit of a late call by the umpire, but there are 2 down on the 6-3 put out. Batter is Luke Porter, who struck out looking his last time up. Wanting to atone for that, no doubt. Curveball drops in for strike 1. Way inside, almost hit him. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outside, Will gets it and throws. The throw is high and pulls the first baseman off the bag, which also, he also drops the ball. So Will safe on an E6. Runner at first base, 2 down. Jared Ficus flew out to center his last time up. And lines went in the gap between the shortstop and the third baseman. Will Austin trots down to second. Runners at first and second. We may have a little 2-out rally going here. First pitch line drive right between those 2 defenders. Powwow on the mound.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back to the action here. Angus Dillon at the plate with runners at first and second and 2 down. Jake Corman on deck. Ooh, a nice looking pitch. Angus had a real sweet swing at it too, but just got underneath it and fouled it back. 0-1. Inside pitch, and Angus Dillon hits it down the left field line, and the left fielder hauls it in for the 3rd and final out of the inning. But your Lakeside Lions have come alive here in the top of the 3rd and plated 2. 2-0 Lions going into the bottom of the 3rd.
Okay, ready? I was just gonna say 2-0.
No. You want to give them the action. They want to know what happened. We didn't want. Okay. So, after Charlie Wright's walk, base on ball. After Charlie Wright's base on balls, Zane Baker hit a line drive over the left field fence. For a 2-run home run. going bottom third. 2-0 Lions. Okay, Will Austin back out on the mound with that meager pitch count. Throws the ball inside to number 20, Kevin P., the second baseman, the diminutive second baseman. Oh, the next pitch is foul over the first base fence, bouncing up on a hill and off of somebody's car. Here comes Austin's third pitch. It's high, and Kevin swings at it for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. In case you're just joining us, it's the bottom of the third. The Lakeside Lions have a 2-0 lead on strike 3 called. 1 down. The Lions have a 2-0 lead on Zane Baker's 2-run home run in the top of the third with Charlie Wright on first base. 1 down. The batter is number 11, the third baseman, Haziah. He takes the strike. Swings at the second one, 0-2. Hits a comebacker to Will Austin, picks it up, trots toward first base, tosses it underhanded to Angus Dillon, and they're 2 down just that quickly. Ball outside to number 32, Sark, the right fielder. And he offers it the next pitch, a high outside fastball, and lofts it into the trees. Foul. 1 ball, 1 strike to Mr. Sark. And there's a 1-hopper out to Andrew at second, tosses it to Angus, and the inning's over just that quickly. And this time, Will has a 6-pitch inning. Total of 20 pitches over the first 3 innings. He could do this all day long. Into 3. Lions 2. Franklin 0. Heading to the top of the 4th. Austin has not allowed a base runner through 3 innings. Tell me if I'm giving you too much here.
That's okay. Into the bottom of the 4th.
Now we're going to the top of the 4th. And the catcher makes his throw down to second base as Jake Corman saunters to the plate. Corbin Carroll on deck.
Let's go, Jake.
Ball high and outside. Jake drew a base on balls his first time up back in the second inning. Oh, and he swings at that low pitch again. I think Chloe remembers that he likes that. Must be something tempting about it. Throws it again. Oh! But this time Jake was waiting on it. Hits one down the line. He's rounding the bag. He's going for 2. Here comes the throw. It's going to be close. And he slides in easily. easily with a double. Beautiful play. Hit that down the line just to the right of the third baseman, who wasn't quite quick enough to get there. Corman hesitated a little around second and then decided he was going to go for it. Good job, Jake. A double. Lead-off double here in the top of the fourth. Corbin takes a ball for ball one. Charlie Wright on deck. Coach Kellen gives his signals to the runners out on to Jake out on the pillow there at second base. Ball drifts outside to Corbin. Two balls, no strike. The catcher steps off the mound and is doing a little bit of stretching, indicating he may be in a little bit of distress. The umpire stands out to take a look at him, and the umpire looks over to the coach and invites him out to take a look at his player and see what's going on. The kid may have pulled something. Keeps lifting his right leg up. I think they may be asking him to see if he can throw a pitch. Looks like he's okay. They're going to leave him alone. It's his landing leg. Gives me this, the way he's moving, it gives me the sense that there's something going on in his hip. He's trying to loosen it up. And the count is 2 balls, no strikes to Corbin. Takes a stretch. Ball is high. 3-0. There's a shot that's going to go foul way down the left field line. He was sitting on that fastball and fouled it away. 3 balls, 1 strike. A touch of a late call by the umpire. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second, nobody down. 2-0 lead for Lions here in the top of the fourth. There's a pitch, and way high. You could see that one coming. And Carroll trots down the first. We have runners at first and second. Nobody down. Charlie Wright coming to the plate. Charlie takes the signals from the third base coach, digs in. He's seen this guy twice now. Pitcher into the stretch, checks the runner. Charlie showing bunt. Pulls back just in time. The umpire flinched a little like he was going to call that one. 1 ball, no strikes. Is he going to do it again? Shortstop gets behind the runner. Charlie assumes the bunt position, pulls it back. This time the umpire calls it a strike. Not because he pulled it back, but I think he thought it was in the zone. One ball, 1 strike. Shortstop is in behind Corman, and the pitcher makes a throw back, but Corman's back in time. Still 1 ball, 1 strike. Charlie into the bunt position, ball way outside. Throw down to second. They throw the ball into center field. The catcher throws the ball in the center field, but the center fielder was there quickly to cover. And Corman was not. The runners were not able to advance. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Charlie Wright. Charlie calls timeout. Steps back. Been trying to get that bunt down. Here he goes again. Bounces in. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Third baseman even with the bag. Pitcher into the stretch, and Charlie shows bunt again. And he lays one down the third base line, but foul. So full count. He'll be swinging away on this next pitch. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. 3 balls, 2 strikes on the Lions third baseman. And the ball was low, and Charlie took a poke at it just to stay alive, protecting the plate, and fouls it off. Still 3-2. Pitcher into the stretch. And Charlie fouls it off again. A nice looking high strike. Couldn't get the bat on it the way he wanted to. Here's the pitch. And he fouls it out again to the right. It's a 9-pitch at bat so far. Gets a little, the left fielder charging in, and he hauls in. So F7. Charlie flies out to the left fielder for the first out of the inning. Did not get all the bat on that ball the way he would have liked to. That leaves it up to Baker, who his last trip to the plate hit that 2-home run to score the first 2 runs of the game and give the Lions the lead. Baker takes a ball. Pitcher into the stretch. And
King, I'd like to do some broadcasting.
hello, Scott. My score is 2-0, Scott. Scott O'Toole just showed up here in the booth. My partner here. Zane Baker's up again, as I was just saying, for the second time. Last at bat, he hit a 2-run home run over the left field fence on a line drive to give the Lions their lead. Scott, 2-0. And he just fouls that one back over the fence here for a 1-ball, 2-strike count, unless I lost count with the interference of Mr. O'Toole here. He is not, however, as disruptive as Larry King was last week.
That's rich.
And I don't know if you heard Scott say that or not, but he is definitely not as rich as the king of broadcasting, Larry King. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 on. Curveball bounces into the dirt over the catcher's right shoulder, and the runners advance. Runners is second and third. 2 balls, 2 strikes. William DeForest is on deck. Ball drifts way high to run the count full, I believe. And there's a shot out to right field that's got some wind behind it, and it is also gone. It's Baker's second home run of the game. A 3-run jack that runs the score 5-0 Lions. He's hitting it to all parts of the park today. All 5 RBIs are going to go into Zane Baker's category today. Still 1 down. No movement in the bullpen. Oh, here comes the Franklin coach. He may have seen enough. Let's see what's happening. Not yet. They're just talking. William DeForest steps up to the plate and takes the first pitch for a strike. He hits a high pop down the left field line. There's room for the third baseman, and he hauls it in for the second out. Andrew Chen up to the plate. He is 0 for 1. His first at bat, he was hit by a pitch, takes the ball high. And his second at bat, he grounded down to the shortstop. 2 balls to Chen. Well, the bases are now empty after Zane Baker's bombast. And Andrew hits one. It's going to be caught by the right fielder. A nice stroke, line drive, but hauled in by the left fielder. I'm sorry, that's the right fielder. 3 down. Okay, we're coming to the top of the 5th. The Lions leading 5-0. Coach Kellen coming out to warm up Will Austin.
So I'm gonna say Zambi hits another.
That's fine. It's another
To get 2 men.
to get 3 out because he scored. He scored. 5-0 Lions going to the bottom of the 4th. You want to do an inning here? Just talk.
Do you have their names and everything?
Oh, I can do all this if you just want to talk.
I just want to know. Sorry, like I know who's up to bat.
Oh yeah, for us. Oh, for
No,
them. For them. Let me get that third out there. For them. Oh yeah, you'll need that. Well, that's right. You do need to see this. Where are we? Looks like the leadoff hitter, number 7, Marceau. These are first names. Marceau, Donovan, Brandon, Will, Lewis. If you get that far. Kai, Kevin, Hasia.
So should I wear these or just be?
Yeah, just put those on. Your raindrops on. Okay, well, I'll pass it on to you. This next half inning, I'm going to pass the broadcasting duties over to Scott O'Toole. So here you go, Scott.
Who's playing first for us? Who's playing first for us?
Angus.
Thank you very much, Roman.
Glad to have
All
you here
right.
in the booth, Scott.
First batter here is number 7, top of the order, Mr. Marceau. First name Marceau. Will Austin gets his sign, wind-up stretch, and pitch. That's high and inside. Ball 1. He looks like he's in complete command of this game. Pitching from the stretch, he delivers. Hard ground ball, second base. Handcuffs Andrew Chen just for a second. He recovers, scoops, fires to first, and there is 1 out. Next batter is number 1, Donovan. And his first time up, he took a called third strike. Donovan is the shortstop for Franklin. Here's the first pitch. It's a bunt down the line. Very, very nicely done. Nicely done. Scooped up by Will. Flips it over to first base to Angus. And that is 2 down on, I think, 3 pitches. Will Austin is the master of economy when it comes to pitching. And the next batter, third batter in the inning, is number 2 by the name of Brandon. He is the pitcher. He's had a bit of a tough outing today. If he could get Zane Baker out of his head, he'll do fine. Batting on the left side. First pitch popped up. Looks like it's going out of play. Right behind us, Roman dives for it. Like he's just out of his grasp. No balls, 1 strike. Will working very quickly and efficiently. Next pitch in the dirt. Knocked down by Mr. DeForest. He flips it back out. 1 ball, 1 count. 2 down. Will looks in, gets his sign. From the stretch, he throws. Low, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here we are in the bottom of the 4th inning. 5-0 Lions. Pitch swung on. Sort of a lazy low fly ball, left center. Corbin on his wagon. Grabs it, brings it in, and that's 3 up, 3 down. We go to the top of inning number 5, Lions 5. Franklin nothing. And our first batter is Luke Porter, I think.
So, Will threw 7 pitches that inning. He has a total of 27 pitches through 27 through 4 innings.
Roman advises that not only was Will economical in that inning, he threw 7 pitches. He has 27 pitches total through 4 innings. And if my math is correct, that's about an average of what is that? Not quite 7 pitches an inning. That is remarkable. Luke Porter first up. Will be followed by Jared Ficus. And our good buddy number 2, he's still out on the mound. Top of 5. Lions up 5-0. Let me know if you want this back.
Enjoying yourself?
Yeah.
27.
Okay. The most important components are taking their places. That would be first base coach Chris Macias, third base coach Kellen Sunderland. Luke Porter up, first batter, top of 5.
Last time.
Last time he got on in the air with a shortstop. First inning took a called 3rd strike. First pitch. A little bit outside. 1 ball, no count, no strikes. Ooh, same spot, just a tad bit outside. 2-0. Foul ball off to the right side, heading towards the cars, bounces over a car, just misses it, and into heavy traffic. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ground ball, shortstop. The scoop, the throw, he gets him. 1 out. Jared Ficus up to bat. On deck, Angus Dillon. Jared in this game has flied out to center, and last time up, single to left. I would note the Franklin third baseman is playing about 45 feet from home plate. He gets a line drive. He is going to remember it for the rest of his life. First pitch to Jared is high and outside. Ball 1, 1-0. Next pitch, high and inside. 2-0. Pitch low and away, just nabbed the outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball very, very high. 3 balls, 1 strike. Jared is in a hitter's count now. Probably looking for a fastball right down the middle. If this pitcher grooves it, Jarrett will hit it a mile. And he grooved it. Popped up. Second baseman. Much closer to first than second, but the play was covered by the shortstop, who ran about 125 feet to make that play. 2 down. And batting for Angus Dillon, number 13, Evan Brown.
Ooh.
Pinch hitting. Umpire's making his correction to the lineup as Evan takes his place in the box. And we're ready to go. First pitch just a little bit high. 1 ball, no strikes. Second pitch, right on the outside corner, 1-1. Evan finds a comfortable spot in the batter's box. Here's our pitch. It's low, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Top of the 5th. A little bit high and outside. 3-1. And as we predicted last time, hitters count 3-1. Probably going to get a grooved fastball. And that is a fastball, but not grooved. In the dirt, goes to the backstop. Evan takes first base. Now batting number 6, Jake Corman. Earlier in this game, Jake walked and singled down the left field line. He's been on base both times. Evan takes his lead off first. Toss over there, doesn't get him.
He's a double.
My mistake. The official scorekeeper says that Jake, not to be undersold, had a double the first time up.
He legged that out, Scott.
What's that?
He legged that double out. It was a thing of beauty.
First pitch is a ball. 1-0 count, 2 outs. Evan on first. Jake at bat. Gets his sign from Kellen. From the stretch, number 2 delivers. Low. 2-0 count. Pitcher looks like he's in a little bit of discomfort. Either physical pain or just frustration. His manager comes out, takes a look at him. He waves him off, indicating his pain was more psychological than physical. 2-0 count, next pitch. Right down the middle, and Jake unleashes. Crushes that thing deep center, right at the wall, falling into the wall and over the fence, but catching the ball, the center fielder. Whoops, apparently he dropped that. No, he did not drop it, but everybody acted as if he had. It was a very nice catch, deep center field, crashing into the fence, knocking the fence over, catching the ball, but holding on. So that's 3 outs here in the top of the 5th. Go to the bottom of 5, it remains the Lions 5 and Franklin nothing.
This kid's over the pitch count, unless I batted wrong.
Third guy? Roman is conferring to determine whether or not the Franklin pitcher is over his pitch count. According to Roman's count, he is at about 912 pitches. He's actually at about 107 pitches. That would be over his pitch count. Meanwhile, Will Austin returns to the mound, having thrown only 27 pitches in 4 innings. First batter for Franklin is number 12, who, if memory serves,
Yeah, it's a straight.
Goes by the name of Will, who grounded out to shortstop last time, his first time up.
Here in the fifth, can I get you to do that? I'm gonna run over and talk to the coach. No, never mind. There he is.
Yeah. First pitch, right down the middle, foul to the backstop. 0-1. Will Austin, as the viewers may know, is affectionately known as Tex, because of course Will is Latin for Tex. Has nothing to do with the fact that his last name is Austin. Next pitch is low and away, outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. DeForest fires the ball back to the mound, and we're ready to go. Will pitching from the stretch. Ball was inside, but fouled off right behind us. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This is an unusually long outing for Will for this batter. He's going to throw his 4th pitch. And he throws it in the dirt, fouled off. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. The batter up is the catcher. He checks to make sure that Mr. DeForest is okay. Pitch is way high, way outside, but he swings at it nonetheless, can't hold up, and it's strike 3. The next batter, number 45. And this is Lewis, who's first time up.
Lined to the shortstop.
Lined out to the shortstop. All right, so we've got 1 down. Will Austin still powering through this Franklin lineup. First pitch inside, ball 1. Next pitch is second base, hard grounder. Andrew Chan scoops, turns, fires to Angus at first, and we've got 2 down. And the next batter is number 5, Kai, who's playing first base. He flew out to center field his last time up. First pitch fouled off towards the Lion dugout. Scooped by Kellen. He turns, fires to DeForest. Good for him. Long drive, line drive to center field, but of course Corbin is there, and there is nothing that Corbin can't catch. Center field with Corbin is the place, of course, where doubles and triples go to die. So that's 3 down. We're going to the top with inning number 6. This game is just screaming by. And the Lions are up 5-0. We're going to have a new pitcher because, as Roman very accurately noted, the starting pitcher threw 976 pitches, and that is a little bit above the pitch count.
You know, Scott.
Although he does seem to be going out again to throw his 977th pitch.
Wait a minute.
Roman has noted that there is a problem here with the pitch count. He's advised Kellen. Kellen is now talking to the manager of the coach of Franklin, who acknowledges whatever it was that Kellen said, walks back to his dugout. I think he's looking for another pitcher, is my guess. But we see no movement in the Franklin dugout, although there is, well, it looked like there might have been somebody tossing, throwing.
Good.
Now the coach comes out, signals to his pitcher that his day is over, takes him off the mound. And there is a conversation
They're
between
only
the
allowed to throw
home plate umpire,
5 pitches in the game, and that kid's thrown 107.
the field umpire,
So there are rules
and the
about
pitcher,
making
number 2.
forfeiture. We don't need to win
Brandon. And apparently Brandon is unpersuaded. He's returning to the mound. And he's going to continue to throw, which not really certain what that means.
Wow.
That's weird.
Punch out.
Roman, who has been broadcasting games since 1957, expresses his shock that, in fact, this pitcher is staying in. He's about to throw his 108th pitch to Corbin. And, whoops, now we have a timeout. The Franklin coach is walking over to the Lions bench. And first pitch to Corbin. High, ball one. Corbin has flied to center. He's been popped up to second, I believe. He's walked and scored. Second pitch. A little high, maybe a touch outside, but called strike one. The count is now 1-1. Next pitch
There it is.
is rocketed. It's going to be possibly a long fly ball. It is a fair ball, and it is a home run, a crushing, towering shot down the right field line. If this had been Fenway Park, this would have taken the top off of the pesky pole down the right field line. Corbin trots around the bases, hint of a smile on his face, but not too much. And he crosses home plate. He's acknowledged by Charlie Wright and Will DeForest and Zane Baker. And the score is now 6-0. And if 108 pitches didn't persuade the Franklin coach, that home run did. Because he is now changing pitchers. He who was in center field is now going to pitch. Center fielder number 7. To those who have been watching, it is Marceau. He is the leadoff hitter as well. And those who remember the last inning will recall that he fell into the fence catching that long fly ball for a rather spectacular third out. He's warming up. Looks like he's got some mojo in his right arm. Number 2, Marceau, who is pitching, goes out to center. And as far as pitch count goes, Will had an exceptionally busy inning. Last inning, he threw 9 pitches, which increased his pitch total to 36 through 5.
Scott, I think this pitching change is going to turn Charlie around. He's been batting right-handed most of the game against the lefty Clo. And against Marceau, he's going to get a look at the other side of the dish.
So Charlie Wright has singled. Oops. Charlie Wright has singled to left. He has walked and scored. He has flied out to left, and now he approaches the plate. All right, we are ready to begin. So first batter in the inning was Corbin Carroll. He hit that rocket down the right field line to score. Home run, make it 6-0. And the next batter is Charlie Wright. Batting from the left side. He digs into the box. Ooh. Pitch is a little bit right at the knees on the inside corner for a called strike one. Next pitch right down the middle. Charlie crushes it. Deep, deep right field. Right fielder's going back, and that is gone. Charles Wright has homered to right center to make it 7-0.
That is his first career home run with the Lions.
First career home run with the Lakeside Lions. He he betrays the hint of a smile as he crosses first base.
Monster. Look at this. Beast.
And as the old saying goes, if that ain't right, I don't want to be wrong. Because now it is Zane Baker. And Zane has had a phenomenal day. He has doubled, homered, and homered. It is now 7-0. First pitch, catches the outside corner, strike one. The Lions have brought out the big bats today, folks. Ooh, ball was low and away, but Zane swung and fouled it off. And it went right through the umpire's legs, and he is remarking on his good fortune. No balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch, sidearm delivery, almost a submarine delivery in the dirt to the backstop. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Zane takes his place again. That ball just outside. Zane with ice water in his veins takes ball 2. That ball is low, but Zane goes after it. Sharp grounder just underneath the glove of the third baseman. And Zane, taking advantage of a bit of a slow reaction on the part of the left fielder, he sort of mishandled the ball. He goes into second. So we've still got nobody out. 2 runs in on 2 back-to-back home runs. Zane is at second, and Will DeForest is the batter. And in this game, Will has into a fielder's choice. He's popped up for the first baseman and popped up to the third baseman. He needs to pop one out of here. First pitch, ooh, on the outside corner, strike 1. 0-1. Pitcher looks in for a sign, checks the runner, the pitch to the plate, right down the middle, strike 2. 0-2 count. Time for Mr. DeForest to choke up on the bat a little bit, put some wood on it, make some contact. Here's the pitch. That ball is a little inside, but he swings, fouls it off. Kellen Sundin, with the play of the game, fields it cleanly in the coacher's box and fires it back to the pitcher. Count still 0-2.
Take me down Lake Washington Boulevard. It says 26 minutes.
0-2.
3 pitches, I did.
Yep. And here's the pitch. And that ball is foul, just smoked down the left field line. Will got around it very quickly, very smartly, but hit it foul. And here's the pitch, 0-2 count. It's in the dirt, stopped nicely by the catcher. And we're looking at a 1-2 count. Zane keeps his place at second, and Will takes his place back in the batter's box. 1-2 count. Pitcher checks Zane, and here he is come to the plate. That ball is low, again trapped by the catcher, nicely done. It's a 2-2 count. And he checks the runner at second. He checks him twice. And he makes a move. And Zane is easily back in time. The count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes on Will DeForest. We'll hear some advice and some cheer from Chris Messias at first base. Here's the pitch. It's low and in the dirt. And I think we're at a full count now, 3-2. Zane keeps his spot at second base. Okay, Will has worked 0-2 to a full count. Let's see what he can do with this. Ooh, and he just a little nubber off the base of the bat. The throw is wide. The throw from the pitcher to the first baseman, pulls the first baseman off the bag, and Will is on first. And time is called. Pinch runner in for Will. I believe that is that Brendan? Brendan Chan. Brendan, as those of you who may recall from the London Olympics, ran a 9.7 100-yard dash. And now batting is Andrew Chen. And today Andrew has very nicely been hit by a pitch, ground to the shortstop, and flied out to right field. So he is due. He takes a called strike one. We've got Zane at second. We've got Brendan Chan at first, and Andrew Chen at the plate. Ooh, that ball is nicely hit, but curving foul and out of play. And a 1 ball, 1 strike count. My mistake. It is 0-2. What was I thinking? No balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Pitch. It's hit the pitcher. He goes to third for 1. A nice scoop by the third baseman for the force out on Zane. And on the fielder's choice, Andrew Chen is at first. Brendan Chan is at second. And we have a pitch hitter now. We have number 21 in, Jackson Andrews. And Jackson is batting for Luke Porter. Jackson started the first game in Los Angeles last weekend and pitched much to his credit. And he is now at the plate. First pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Jackson, for those of you who don't know, every time he's ever been in a classroom in every school that he's ever been in, where the children, the students are organized alphabetically, answers to the name of Andrew Jackson. Okay. No balls, 1 strike. On deck is Jared Ficus. And pitcher checks the runner, goes to second, but Brendan Chan is easily back in the bag. Andrew Chen on first, maintaining his position. Pitch right down the middle. Jackson crushes this thing to deep left field. It goes in the gap, goes almost all the way to the fence. Center fielder picks it up, he fires to the third baseman, and Andrew Chen is safe at third. Andrew Jackson safe at second, and scoring on the play is Brendan Chan. And that brings our score to 8-0, I believe.
9.
As I say, 8-0 before he scored, and is now 9-0. And at bat is Jared Ficus.
9.
Jared has flied out to center, he has singled to left, and he has popped up to the shortstop.
Where's Andrew? Oh, wait. You were right.
And he hits a fly ball, modest fly ball to left center. Center fielder catches it, he fires to the plate. It's going to be a little too late. Andrew Chen scores from third.
And I stand corrected. It is now 9.
It's now 9-0. I'd like the listeners to be aware that that was Roman Wright's mistake. And at bat now is Angus Dillon.
Is having trouble getting information to the announcers.
And we still got Jackson Andrews at second. And here's the pitch. Right down the middle, called strike 1.
Go Angus.
From the outs. 2 down. 2 outs, 9-0. Top of 6. Just a little bit low. And Angus Dillon takes ball 1. It's 1-1. On deck is Jake Corman. Ball low and outside. Nicely blocked by the catcher. The count goes to 2-1. Pitcher looks back at second. Comes to the plate. And that is way inside, bounces in the dirt, goes to the backstop. That is a wild pitch. And that advances Jackson Andrews to third base. And the count is now 3 balls, 1 strike on Angus Dillon. The pitch. He swings, fouls it off. That may have been ball 4, but he fouls it off. And it's now full count, 3-2, 2 outs. Runner at third.
Or do you? I mean, no, I wasn't there, but I was listening. Yeah. We caught. I just
Full count. Here's the pitch to the plate. And Angus sharply hits the ball down the third base line, just foul. And the count remains 3-2. He checks the runner at third, he comes to the plate, right over the middle. Angus pops it up. Third baseman's got it. And that's out number 3. But the damage was done, folks. The damage was done. There were 1, 2, 3, 4 runs on that in that inning. And the score is now 9-0. Lakeside going to the bottom of inning number 6.
What you got for score, sir?
9.
9.
And returning the mound is Will Austin. Okay. The lineup remains the same.
Sure.
Angus is on first. Andrew Chen on second. Zane on at short. Charlie at third.
As part
Left field is Jake Corbin. Center is Corbin.
6th inning.
And if I could see far enough, I'd tell you who's in right.
Corbin C and Charlie double. Corbin C with an I. Corbin C and Charlie W. Both hit solo home runs. 9-0 Lions. Will Austin back out to the mound. 14
Okay.
for 20.
New batter pinch hitting for number 20 is a person named number 14. The Franklin coach takes his position along the third base line. They are going without the traditional first base coach. Home plate umpire makes his adjustment to the lineup card. And number 14 is at the plate. Will Austin from the stretch, his first pitch.
Number
Not
14
quite
is
right inside corner, but for a ball.
number 14, Scott, is Mr. Kobe.
Mr. Kobe.
That's right.
He swings a lot of soft grounder. It's scooped up by Charles Wright, and he fires to first. And that is an out in anybody's league. Nice play, Charlie. 1 down. Next another pinch hitter, number 8,
Jermaine.
Jermaine, and he is in for number 11, Josia. Here's the pitch. That is a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Will Austin with the next pitch. Right down the middle. He fouls it off, and he is way up on this batter. This is a pitcher's count, 0-2. We may find out right now how good Will's curveball is. Here we go. Ethos high heat. Number 8 goes after it, climbs that ladder, and strikes out swinging 2 down. And number 32 coming after the plate. The right fielder, Sark. Whoa. Perfect game. First pitch, high and outside, ball 1.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Foul ball. Off to the right side. ably picked up by the on-deck batter, number 7. Returned to the home plate umpire, and we're looking at a 1-1 count.
Yeah, no hitter. Perfect game.
The ball is weakly hit to the first baseman. Angus scoops it. Excuse me, he catches it. And that is the 3rd out. And they trot back to the dugout.
7-pitch inning.
That was a 7-pitch inning for Will Austin. He has now thrown 43 pitches in 6 innings, which is a remarkable amount of economy and skill.
It's at the top of the 7th. We're leading 9-zip. Yeah.
Top of 7. Lakeside Lions are up 9
Was he
to
packing
nothing.
down there? Is he packing?
He did.
And the Franklin players are taking their positions.
Hope I'm getting a new pitcher. Another lefty.
Oh, new pitcher coming in, number 45.
So Jake's
My colleague thought he was a lefty, but he's decided to confuse him and throw with his right hand. And that is number 45 is Lewis. He takes his warm-up pitches. Not throwing exceptionally hard, but does have some nice command and control. Our first batter will be Brendan Chan. And Brendan will be pinch hitting, I believe, for Jake Gorman. We're at the top of 7, folks. It's 9-0. The story of this game has been the power hitting by the Lions and the skillful pitching by Will Austin.
Lions have hit 4 home runs today, Scott.
They have hit 4 home runs, which I don't know if that's a school record. It should be if it's not. That is a season-long total for home runs. All right. Coming up to bat, Brendan Chan.
One summer for City.
Going to face number 45 for the first time. Coaches are in their positions at 3rd and first base. Umpire says, let's play. And here's the first pitch. Right down the middle, fouled off. 0-1.
Oh man, is the same team? City and Oregon.
0-1 count, second pitch. Right down the middle. This one was fouled, I think, against the umpire's face mask. Still counts as a strike. 0-2. Right down the middle again, and that is fouled off to the right side towards the parking lot. But I don't hear any breaking of windows or the starting up of car alarms. It is still 0-2. And that is a high fastball, swung and missed. And Brendan Chan is out.
It was up and down.
Now is Corbin Carroll, who, if you'll recall, in the last inning, stroked the ball about a mile high and a mile deep over the right field fence. Umpire takes a break to brush off home plate. We've got 1 out and Corbin at bat. 45 gets his signal, and here's the pitch. He just outside for ball 1, 1-0. High and outside, ball 2. Corbin with a very sharp eye. Now ahead in the count. Same spot, a little bit higher, but still a ball. 3-0.
Here we go, 4-5, huh, bud?
And outside corner, nice pitch. Corbin watches strike one go by. It is 3-1. I have a funny feeling that if 45 delivers that pitch again, it's going to get blasted. Ground ball to first baseman. Off his glove, Corbin running as only Corbin can, as fast as lightning, and beats it out. I would probably score that as an infield single. Don't know about the official scorekeeper. I thought it was pretty hard to handle. He is shaking me off, saying absolutely not. It would violate the rules and the tradition of baseball. It is scored in error. But Corbin's on first base nonetheless, and Charlie Wright's up, having homered his last time up. The pitch to Charlie. Outside corner, strike one. And the pitch to Charlie. Low, almost in the dirt. Adequately, nicely blocked by the catcher. It's 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Corbin at first. Lions up 9-0, top of 7. High and outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Charlie asks the umpire for the count. He gets it at 2-1 and takes his place. That's a called strike on the outside corner, and that is a corner that is a little bit farther beyond the plate than normal corners, but it is.
Yeah, you're right.
The count is 2-2. Right down the middle, Charlie. Ground ball to second base. Off the second baseman's glove, into short right field. Charlie safe at first. Corbin safe at second. Zane coming to bat. All is right with the world. Those of you who just joined us late, of course, you'll know that Zane has hit 2 home runs in this game. He has also hit a single.
Single,
And
2 home runs, and flying out to center field.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, that's what I'm saying. He's 3 for 4. No, 4 for 4.
The pitch to Zane is in the dirt, nicely knocked down by the catcher. A 1-0 count.
Zane is 4 for 4.
He is Zane is 4 for 4. 1-0 count. Corbin at second. Charlie at first. 1 out. Right down the middle, Zane strokes it, but gets a little bit too much under it. Fly ball. Moving around, shortstop nicely catches it, fires it over to second, trying to double Corbin off the second, but I don't think that's going to happen. So we've got 2 down, runners at first and second, and Will DeForest is up with Andrew Chen on deck. Will, last time up, what did Will do? Did he walk? Will pops it up. Pitcher's over there into the first base line, grabs it, and that is out number 3. So we go to bottom of 7. It will take a minor miracle for Franklin to come back. Pitcher did. Take a minor miracle for the pitcher to for Franklin. No. So that was no runs, no hits, 2 errors, 2 runners left on. 9-0 Lakeside, going to the bottom of the 7th. And Will Austin resumes his spot on the mound, having thrown only about 50 pitches.
Leading 9-0. Will Austin returns to the mound in the bottom of the 7th. base runners.
All right, Will completes his warm-ups. Will DeForest, nice toss down to second. And we are ready to go. First batter is number 7. And number 7, top of the order, Mr. Marceau, is flying out to right field, grounded out to second. Franklin looking for their first hit. Right down the middle, strike one. And there's a little nice soft liner. Second baseman Andrew Chen corrals it, and we have out number 1. Now batting number 1, Donovan. Donovan has taken a called third strike and has grounded out to the pitcher. There is Will Austin. His first pitch, fouled off. 0-1 count. Oh, 1 count. The pitch. Ooh, nice pitch.
Knuckleball.
That was a knuckleball apparently, and Will Austin, in his jubilation, almost jumped off the mound. It is 0-2. Next pitch, a little bit high and outside, but he goes after it and fouls it off to the right. Still 0-2. Pitch, way outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch, fouled off. Number 1 is very, very actively trying to protect his position, facing a 1-2 count. That ball is in the dirt. Now 2-2. Umpire wisely dusts off the plate, dusts off one of his shoes at the same time. Takes a errant ball that's been returned from being fouled off. And here we are. I think it's a 2-2 count. And that is high. Ball 3, full count. Full count. This may be the first full count that Will has had the entire game.
Scott, I hope the rain's starting to increase now, and I hope that's not going to bite us like it did down in California.
I hope not.
I don't believe it'll get us with a loss, but I'd sure like to see.
And there's a ground ball up the middle. Will's off his glove, and he's on first base. And that is the first base runner and the first hit for Franklin. That's the beauty of baseball, folks. You're in the bottom of the last inning with 1 out, looking at a perfect game, and you manage to squib out a base hit. Good for Franklin for not giving up, and Will has pitched masterfully. Okay, runner on first. It's the first time we've said that since Franklin's been playing today. The pitch.
That was a perfect game. It was, yeah.
Fouled off. 0-1 count. That's the great thing about baseball. You lose a perfect game in a no-hitter with 1 swing.
One of the possibly weakest.
Yes. And that is fouled down the right field line. 0-2 count.
The weakest hit imaginable.
Yes.
And had Will been a lefty, that would have been right.
Yeah.
He would have gotten that. Being a righty, he was falling off to the other side and couldn't get back in time.
Oh. That ball is fouled off. Still 0-2. Roman reminds us that this reminds him of the time Gabby Hartnett, 1932, was involved in a perfect game that was broken up in the bottom of the 9th, and Roman was there for that game. He has his scorecard.
Yeah, would you pass that cane over here, please?
All right, 0-2 count, runner on first. Ooh. Oh, when the batter is hit by pitch, shows some frustration. He can't be too upset. That was a fairly soft curveball that hit him. But we now have runners at first and second. And the batter is number 12, Will R., who is also the catcher. He has grounded to short and struck out swinging. He's got one out, runners at first and second, a chance to do a little bit of damage here. Let's see what he can do. And that pitch is fouled off. Twelve's at bat, 45's on deck. One down.
You know, these
0-1 count.
these last two batters, Scott, Will's gotten ahead 0-2 on both of them, only to lose them.
That ball, that is high and outside, but he goes after it. 0-2 count, swings and misses, but when he does that, number 1 on second steals third, and number 2 on first steals second. So now we have runners at second and third, 1 out, 0-2 count. Let's see what happens here. Franklin has not given up.
Oh, boy.
And Will is apparently balked, bringing the runner from third, advancing the runner from second to third. Score is now 9-1. Let me ask Roman, because he has an eagle eye for these things. Did you catch what the balk was on that? Because I know if anybody did, you did. So, and these listeners, these viewers want to know, and they know they can turn to you for a definitive answer.
That's going to be a big no, Scott. I have 3 uniforms standing between me and the pitcher. I could not see anything.
And again, fouled off. The batter is really fighting off these pitches. It's still an 0-2 count.
Scott,
Yes.
as the viewers can see at home, they're seeing what I'm seeing.
But they don't have that wealth of experience and knowledge, wisdom that you have, Roman.
Oh, and the X-ray vision.
The X-ray vision. That is popped up. First base line. Angus going back, and it is caught by Andrew Chen. Runner fakes coming in from third. And he goes back to third. So we now have 2 down, bottom of the 7th, 9-1 Lakeside. Runner on third, and the pitcher number 45 at the plate. And he today has
Lined out to the shortstop.
he lined out to shortstop and grounded out to second.
You know, Scott, before this inning, Will had never gone into double digits for his pitch count.
Oh.
He'd never had a pitch count of 10 or above. He's at 17 now.
Here's the pitch at 45. It's a bunt down the first base line. A very, 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 very nice bunt. And he legs it out. Good for number 45. Well done. Well done. Close play at first. Nicely fielded by Andrew. I believe that was Andrew.
Yes.
And score is now 9-2. Lakeside. 2 runs in this inning. 2 outs. Number 5 at the plate. And that is Lewis. And Lewis has...
No, Kai is
I mean,
up
that's Kai up, number 5. He's flied out to center twice. He's got a runner on first. First pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Will looks like he is ready to end this game right now.
Scott, I got a question for you here, a scoring
Sure.
question. On that balk, when that first run came in, does the player at the plate, the batter,
Okay.
get credited for an RBI, or is that...
That's a good question, and I know the answer, and I know all of our viewers do, so we're a little disappointed that you don't know the answer. And in fact, it's one of those things that I really believe it would be too easy for me to answer that question. It's something you should look up on your own, because it is, I think, common knowledge. Which is my way of saying I have no idea.
Thank you for that.
What do you got, 0-2 counter?
We're looking at 0-2, Scott.
0-2. And that pitch is high, and 45 hesitated halfway down to second, and then is thrown out by about 18 feet. And that concludes the game, folks. We have, at the end of the game, Lakeside 9, Franklin 2. Again, the story of this game is the power strokes of the Lakeside batters, led by Zane Baker with 2 home runs, Corbin with 1, Charlie Wright flexing his muscle, hitting a home run. His muscles, not his muscle. and the pitching of Will Austin was just masterful. Nicely done.
Excuse me, I have to leave the booth.
Nicely done.
And Will Austin's final pitch count, Scott, today was 61 pitches.
61 pitches in 7 innings, and those of you who can do that math know that's almost 9 pitches an inning, which is exceptionally low. He was the master of his domain today. And I mean that in every positive sense of the phrase. Well, Roman, any concluding remarks for today's Lions victory in their first league game against Franklin? They face O'Day on Friday, but it's a nice way to start the league schedule. What do you think?
Well, this was a great game today, Scott. I'm glad the rain held off, and the Bombers were able to find their bats and slash out all those home runs. Corbin hit his first of the season, and Charlie hit the first of his career. I think Zane's 2 home runs today make his season total 3. I think he hit 1 in our home opener against Cedar Park Christian. So he's got 3 home runs this young season. So
he is averaging 1.5 home runs per game, which on a major league schedule, if he could maintain this, would be about 240 home runs, which probably is a pace he won't be able to keep up, but he's doing quite well.
That is a wicked pace for he and his home run muscle.
The players are now for both teams are going out with the traditional tearing down of the fence. And the coaches are doing the traditional watching of the tearing down of the fence. And as you can see, if you're still viewing, it's a happy crew for Lakeside. They've got a daunting task on Friday. Roman, do you know who is in the rotation for Friday against O'Day?
I am not privy to that information, Scott, but I bet they're going to go with one of their top 3.
Okay.
Against a, for certain, tough O'Day team. And again, weather always has to come into the conversation here, and I hope the weather can be at least as good, as agreeable as it was today, because I'd sure like to see us get that game in.
Yeah. So there's a little bit of a drizzle, folks, but nothing too disturbing. Nobody's out on the field water skiing or anything like that. So, reporting from wherever we are, Rainier Playfield. Final score 9-2, Lakeside over Franklin, and returning it back to Roman.
All right, Lakeside fans, that's it, as Scott said, from here at Rainier Playfield, and we look forward to bringing you another game this coming Friday against O'Day. All right, have a great evening.